another day where I am playing a game of some sort of... yeah, I just realized that would block the chat. By the way, sorry about that. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to Monster Train. If you haven't ever heard of Monster Train, well, if you've ever heard of Slay the Spire, it's kind of like Slay the Spire, except that it's different. It's like a tower defense version of Slay the Spire. I played this as one of the first games that I ever actually played on stream, by the way. Oh, just out of, just to let you know, it was actually the very first game I played on stream during my debut, I think. Oh, you were kind of confused by the... I need to update the thumbnail. Excuse me for 1 second. Oh no, the file's bigger than 2 megs. Ah, frick. Excuse me for this. I'm sorry about this 1280 by 720 scale file export overwrite. Upload, change. And here we go. That should be better. I used the settings from an old stream of mine. So, now, with the actual proper thumbnail, I should be all good. So yeah, we're playing Monster Train. It's a roguelike, which is a game like Slay the Spire. And you are the leader of a hell group who's fighting through hell that's been destroyed and frozen by angels in order to get back all of your stuff. And make it so hell is a good place to live. Hell isn't really so bad in Monster Train's world, by the way. It's a very interesting place. And I unlocked the Wormkin, which is, by the way, a DLC thing. So, with this, I'm gonna start off with a normal Hellhorned Awoken run, and on Covenant rank, disabled, so that I can show off my mad skills, but I don't know if mad skills is a proper thing to say, is it? Against these 3 bosses, also, hold up first, settings, mutant background off, so that if I ever need to close it, you can hear this music, because the music is really good and one of the most important parts of this game. And now here we have a Herzel's Horde. With this you get to choose an artifact. With this, I got Advanced Prototype, so this is basically a 1-run already. Because Advanced Prototype increases the usefulness of your current units, which are with your default units, called Train Stewards, which, by the way, they're normally bad, but giving them Down Shield 2 and Multi-Strike 1 is kind of broken, to say the least. And then there's your champion. You upgrade your champion every few rounds. Like, the upgrade is usually on where the Dark Forge is. Every Dark Forge you get to upgrade your champion, and you have 3 Dark Forges in the game, I think. 1, 2, 3, yep, my count is correct. And for each Dark Forge, you get a very special choice between one of 3 upgrade trees. Personally, I like Wrathful. Wrathful is probably one of the strongest of these Hellhorned ones. And here we have the first battle with the Discipled Inquisitor. He is like one of the probably first enemies you'll ever face in the game. And this is the trial, which is... you gain this to get additional money and stuff. You turn this on to get additional money and packs and stuff sometimes, and like, for instance, some extra units. So this means that if I attack them, my units should take 3 damage. which is fine because I don't mind that. It has the discipled footholder, the discipled protector, which is a big broody person with a bunch of armor. The foot soldier is just a decent attack person, and the discipled inquisitor is annoying, but mostly fine. So let's begin. And here is an example of why I love the music of this game. The music of this game is absolutely brilliant. Might as well give additional 2 armor, because that's always important. Ah yes, that, by the way, was the loot goblin. I think it's called the loot goblin, actually. I'm not necessarily sure 100% what its name is, but it's something like loot goblin. It's basically one of the... Basically, with the loot goblins, you kill them and you get money. Tons of... loads of money! If you've ever heard that song before, you'll know what I mean. That song is a very silly song, which I enjoy a lot. And so we get our money. So what do you think about this? So do you think we should get a welper helper? Not welper helper, it's a welder helper. Welder helper is just pretty useful for giving armor to units. Molting Imp's a pretty good, what's the word? It's a pretty good area of effect unit. Yeah, I think I'll get that. And then there's these 3, which are all useful spells. So there's Vine Grasp, which is useful in that it sometimes moves the enemy forward. There's Sting, which gives you an extra draw, which is good. And there's Sharpen. I think I like Sharpen a lot, but Vine Grasp is very useful. But Sharpen is already there, and we already have Torch, which is one of the default cards, which already deals 2 damage, so Sharpen is, I suppose, the best choice. Now with this, I'm going to go to a Merchant of Magic. Merchants of Magic allow you to upgrade and give special properties to your magic spells. Like, for instance, Permafrost, which can make it stay in your hand every turn, or Emberstone, which upgrades it to cost less, like... So, for instance, I'm pretty sure I want to get a torch that's, like, pretty strong, and maybe purge away one of the restores, because you don't need 5 restores in your deck. You don't need 5 of anything in your deck, really, except if you have, like, 5 Animus of Speeds or Animus of Wills that are, like, Lardstone upgraded, but still. Speaking of Lardstones, I'll talk about Lardstones later, but Lardstones are my favorite stones, and also Last Night of the Disciples, so, oh wow. I never really noticed how cool that armor was. Like, he has 2 pauldrons, or are those the pauldrons? Yeah, he has 2 pauldrons on his shoulders, but there's also these 2 little golden circle things on his... in between his pauldrons and stuff. There's the Reconciler, which is like, I guess, kind of the kind of person who would be like, I am just going to do this without caring. And then there's this giant axe lady, which is cool. I forgot what the giant axe lady is called. Our Forged Disciple, I see. One of the many humans that have answered the call to take over the Rings of Hell. Yeah, she's a giant axe lady. Mark of Invasion. Not too bad. Mark of Invasion, allow me to explain. Summons units on every single floor. Dum ba da da dum. Ba da 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 dum. Oh, these only have Rage. Yeah, they're not the ones. So these have Rage. Rage gives extra attack per stack. And with this, I believe I'm gonna use the Hornbreaker Prince and Animus of Will. And a quick little Sharpen on the Hornbreaker Prince. Technically, Slay also increases... I guess Slay works with the other thing as well. Oh, and here, let me multi-imp this. Ah, and these train stewards are especially strong because they deal 20 damage each every turn, which is how much HP these Forged Disciple Axe Ladies have. Is it an axe or is it a halberd? Even I'm not sure personally, because an axe and a halberd are basically the same thing. Well, actually, they're not really the same thing. A halberd is like a long axe with a very, very long shaft, and I beat that level, but anyway. Like I was saying, a halberd is a very, very long axe with a long shaft, and the end of it is like, so you can just attack people with it without having to go into their range, while an axe is really short and you have to run at people like a berserker or something and chop at them. I know this because I play video games. For this, I'm probably going to take another multi-imp. Multi-imps are useful. And for this, I guess I'll take Glimmer. I don't want to take another Sharpen, I already have one. Glimmer's very useful because it can kill some of the weaker units that the opponent summons and brings to your side of the field. And they don't actually go to your side of the field necessarily, but oh, a duplicate card? That's very useful. Personally, I would rather not use a duplicate card. Actually, I would rather use a duplicate card, but also this has Pyre Health, and this has a Hellhound unit, so I'll get the Hellhound unit and also a Merchant of Magic too. Oh, Permafrost. Permafrost is useful. Oh, I'm not gonna take 20 magic. I guess I'll get a Sharpen that costs 0? That isn't necessarily too bad, but it's also a little annoying. A Surge Stone. I guess a Surge Stone on a torch is always good, because if you Surge Stone a torch, that means it's very easy to kill certain units. Rail Beater is something that I haven't seen very much. It gives your opponent's monsters weakness, and you want to put it in front of your monsters, your units, your cards. Now, Melting Remnant, Stygian Guard, or Umbra. So with this event, you get to pick a card from a special different series, and it's also a rare card. So for this, I kind of want to get an Umbra rare draft pick, because the Umbra rares are always very good. Forever Consumed is really good. Kindle is basically insane, because it's basically just like, hey, by the way, you get extra stuff. Remove Consume and cost 1. I don't know how to do the maths on this, but remove X -1 means that I'll be able to use the -1 thing to take away the remove X -1 thing, right? Or something? Ah, now Talos the Architect. She is an enemy with a really cool song. And basically, with Talos, what you want to do is go like this. Oh yeah, also Talos usually attacks you very quickly. So with this, you want to go like this and this. And I suppose, no, I don't need a restore for the Rail Beater. I would be able to summon a Train Steward though. And Molting Imps. Molting Imps are very, very useful, mind you. Oh yeah, by the way, it applies dazed 1 to the attacking unit. I see, that makes sense. So this game's me 4, which means I can go... And this is the part of the song where it's actually ripped off from another very famous song. Not another very famous song, but like a very famous song that some other people have created, and You would be surprised about it. I mean, you probably would be surprised about it, but I am a pretty big fan of songs like that. Well, 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 well. Now I got dead. Bye-bye. I gave a little late there, but unfortunately my hands don't work as well in this. Oh, Transcendent is very good. I like Transcendent. But Impelate is also useful. But I think I'll take Transcendent just in case. Another rail beater, but Alpha Fiend. I suppose Alpha Fiend isn't too bad, but rail beater. I have 2 banner units. Rail beater and Animus of Will. So for this, I think I'll take an Alpha Fiend because a 3rd banner unit is always useful. And Light of Sarah finally allows me to put 3 2 costs on the same floor. Now this, oh, a Merchant of Steel. Well, the upgrade for Herzel's Horde isn't that good anyway. Let's take away the torch, these weaker torches, and then get 0 higher health because I don't need it. And then upgrade the Alpha Fiend to have extra strike. This is very useful because the Alpha Fiend gains attack when it attacks, so if you give it the ability to attack more times, then it will become even stronger. Wrathful 2 or Reaper. Reaper gives Slay plus 10 damage. Wrathful 2 should always be the choice, because Wrathful 2 gives you even more health, and very much health is very much important, if you catch my drift. Crossing the sticks, crossing the sticks, crossing the sticks. And here we go with this. I like this game. It's very fun. And also the music is fantastical in the way that it's fantastic and incredible or something. I don't know how the best way to describe it is, but it's fantastic music nonetheless. I guess with this I can go back here and do this. Murder this, and here we go. Here's a Molting Imp, just by the way, so you don't need to take anywhere near as much damage. And now a couple of Train Stewards on the top floor should seal the deal, and I should be able to succeed genuinely pretty well. And let's heal this friend, give this friend spikes, and deal 22 damage and win the game. Down, 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 down. Wow, this is a quick game. So Important Work is a very important card because it allows you to use the imps that you have as imp stuff. Yay, or something. I don't know the best way to describe that. It allows you to use them as draw fodder. Now, restore 1 health, gain 1 energy, and draw +1 next turn is useful because it's just restore a health and draw a card next turn. Now, let's see. This either has Merchant of Magic, for which I have not really very useful cards to upgrade with a Merchant of Magic, but it does have a Herzel's Horde and a Concealed Caverns. Sorry about that. This, meanwhile, has money and trinkets, but those are too expensive. So I guess I'll get a Herzel's Horde. Ooh, Mark of a Champion is useful. I don't have anything that this would synergize with, so Mark of a Champion is probably the best bet. Power Stone is very useful, by the way, with Glimmer. And upgrade a spell to +0. So now Glimmer deals 12 damage and also takes away 12 from all of your opponents. So let's see. Permafrost this torch because, like, and you know, this torch is basically just like a special thing anyway. A Penance Yard comes into view. Oh, this is a very interesting one. So with this type of thing, you get 3 very, very interesting choices. There's this, which basically means you get rid of the card, but you deal 120 damage, which is a lot of damage to the unit, but it's not that good. This gives your cards +6 every summon, which is But personally, I like this one the most because when you play a Blight card, restore 5 higher health is very, very useful. Even if the cards deal 5 damage initially. And in addition, you can add an extra draw card to your hand so you don't draw that many cards. Now, Seal of Aggression. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike. And no thank you. The Self-Made Harpy. Created with no wings, she's taken to scavenging clipped ones and fastening them to her multiple arms. Ugh, that's kind of disgusting if you ask me, like... Actually, yeah, it's a random artifact. How bad can it be? I also have full health. But anyway, imagine someone just went around and ripped off your hair and then ripped off your hair if you were dead and then used them as that hair as a wig because they didn't have the hair color they wanted, apparently. That would be very weird and very confusing, in my personal opinion. This is a harvest, right? Yeah, I suppose I should just sacrifice no imps because I do not have any imps, as a matter of fact. And hello there, Collector, which is actually a fairy goblin now that I have decided. That name is your name. That is the name you'll go by, Fairy Goblin. Not Fairy Goblin, but Loot Goblin. Whatever. Oh no, that died. That's unfortunate. But it sometimes do be happening. Now, taking 1 damage occasionally isn't too bad, so... Now let's do a couple of these train stewards. Now, good for me, I have this Vengeful Shard, which allows me to deal extra damage. To heal extra damage, that is, not deal extra damage. That's very different. Actually, I should have played Draft since it gives you extra energy. Always. And what I recall, Vengeful Shard is very important. Or Transcendent, that's useful. Now, important work. And restore this friend, who is going to die if I don't restore him. Now I need to deal more damage than... Oh, that's the wrong thing. I should not be giving them more health. I should not be giving the enemy more health. That is not what you want to do in this game. Uh-oh. I am very potentially worried that I might actually die. Deal 12 damage, let's hope this gives them enough to win. Ah, thank goodness, I actually won. I'm surprised. But I got Scorched Seal, which is actually pretty useful, and ascend a unit and apply dazed 2. Oh, Infinibox is always useful. Infinibox just gives you imps for free. And Pyagro. That's useful because I'm going to be taking the draw from Arch's Darkness Incarnate. That's his name. And now an upgrade for the monsters, but I personally want to do an upgrade for spells, but we have higher health upgrades, so I need to get the higher health and... oh no. Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was going to start lagging and lag out. Multi-strike upgrade, yay. Let's upgrade the rail beater with multi-strike. And then get some money and... what was the other thing that I needed to upgrade again? I know I need to upgrade Kindle, but Fury Stone I guess I can give to Animus of Will? Yeah, Fury Stone and upgrade its health. That is very useful, because having a healthy Animus of Will is always very useful. I love healthy Animuses of Wills. Healthy Animuses of Wills are very important for dealing a lot of damage. Multi-strike 2, rage 7. This is incant, so specifically you want to consume in this level. So you can go like this, this, armor 20 it, and here we go. Increase the health, and now all of these are dying, yay. With this, it's if one of your units dies, so... this one can't be attacked or can't attack or be targeted or damaged in any way, so... with this, let's Pyre Grow, Engraft, and give this one some... actually, no, let's not give this one some extra regen. Thank goodness for this, though. I guess the Harpy one will have been the hardest genuine one to do. Yay. Which means all of these are going to be real easy. I could actually upgrade the Train Stewards, that's very important, because upgrading the Train Stewards gives them a pretty decent amount of stuff that you can do. Plus 4 energy. Oh, I didn't know they had that little thing in the corner. Now with this, let's transcend him and give extra armor and extra damage. Now restore this one, so regen back to full health. Regenning back to full health is very important, mind you. And sacrifice this transcend him, so I get an extra HP and draw a card. And now it's time for the Train Steward to make an appearance. Who was the steward of this train? Not the steward, the steward. S-steward. It seems as if I'm getting close to the ending. But and as you can see here, you really don't need to care about higher health because you'll basically be healed up all by the end already. Now let's give this 1 health and use this and use this as well. I might as well summon these two because regardless of how you play it, oh, I should probably turn down the game a bit in there. Since it was pretty high, actually, and it was getting close to my voice, that explains why people were having difficulty hearing me, I probably think. Well, not I probably think, I definitely think. Now, let's see. Consume double the armor. Double the armor is very important. Draw 1 each turn, yes. Draw 1 each turn is very important, because that way you get less chance of drawing multiple of those things. Actually, you get higher chance of drawing multiple of those things, but when you get one, you get a less chance of drawing multiple of them. I think, anyway, duplicate, remove, gold, no. I think I'll gain artifacts, special thing, and special thing. When you play your 3rd card, draw 1, I see. And plus 5 health. Plus 5 health is always very useful. Oh, holdover, that's useful. But I want to give this give this a proper upgrade and give holdover to Engraft, because Engraft is actually pretty useful every turn, I think. Plus 10 magic power. Ah, that's useful too. Because giving it plus 10 magic power means it no longer has to worry about only healing 1 health, because now it can heal 10. Rail spikes. Oh, nice. So you see, all these rail spikes have really cool effects. But I like Awoken Rail Spike personally, because Awoken's Rail Spike is very useful and it means you have you don't have to worry very much about your energy. And finally, let's do a final Wrathful and get on to the next one. Ah, the Pyre Wings. Oh yeah, that's right. Spell Shield 2. I shouldn't have to worry that much about it. Pyre Wings apply Ember Drain and Sweep and Steel Wings. So this is the Sweep Ember Drain ones. I see. Spell Shield 2 is the one I need to worry about the least, because I'm not usually using spell stuff. Not to kill the opponents, actually. At least. So, I guess this should go first. But it's annoying because the fact that this friend has this special thing where I lose energy now, by the way, because of that thing. I think with this I want to put the Animus of Will up on top. Actually, no, I'll put the Rail Beater up on top, because putting the Will Animus up on top means I will probably get a lot of stuff happen to me that I don't want. Oh no, I don't like this very much. Fortunately, I have Kindle, so I can do both. And now, I need to Awoken's Rail Spike, making all these free, except this one, which is almost free, but not quite free. And then do this, and then do this, and this, and I don't have an imp out, so I can't use important work, but it is very important, mind you, the work. Ember Drain 2 is very annoying, by the way, because it's specifically if an attacked unit, not a unit that was just dealt damage to, so yeah, that's very annoying. Let's give spikes to this, because that way you get extra armor. Yay. Fledgling Imp. Fledgling Imp is useful. And Pyre Chomper is pretty cool too. And let's Pyre Grow. Pyre Grow is very important, because that means we now have to worry less about the Ember Drain. So let's use this Vengeful Shard to heal up, and then a Glimmer, I guess. Doesn't matter that much, just removes 1 spell shield. Now it's time for the Brief Respite, and as we all know, a Brief Respite is very good. Kindle, burn. Baby, burn. Disco Inferno. And sharpen this. Then we go at additional stuff, and soon, let's important work for this. I wanted to get a Transcend Imp, actually. Oh wow, I'm actually already winning, by the way, so yeah, I guess I should just pass and allow my units to all kill this man with giant wings. I didn't actually get his name, so I should have gotten his name, so I should have known what to call him other than the man with giant wings. Now, another imp in a box is always useful, especially with Transcend Imps in the deck, and another Pyre Grow is always useful in my opinion too, because that way I can have 5 energy, not just 4. Now the final thing is very special, because it gives you free Merchant of Trinket things, which are like, cool. And there's also Forgotten Boons, Merchant of Steel, and Hellvent on this side. What should I duplicate? I should duplicate the Kindle, actually. Or Merchant of Magic, remove, and a Pyre Healer. The Pyre Healer is fine. Let's instead duplicate this Kindle, because this Kindle will be insane. Now I have extra stuff. And do this. When you summon a second unit, gain 3 energy. Nice. X cost cards get +3 to their X value. That's insane. And reroll, I suppose, because Hell's Banners, you don't necessarily need Hell's Banners. You don't get many customers out here? Good, because I'm a customer. Oh, Ashes of the Fallen is always good, and improved firebox is insane. I love it. And let's go to the Merchant of Steel just to activate the Seraph of the End, Seraph the Patient, and defeat Seraph the Patient with this deck. This was actually a pretty short battle. Oh, wow. Seraph the Patient attacks during your turn, right? No, it only has Rally and Incant additions. That's annoying. I probably want to put Hornbreaker Prince down here, because Hornbreaker Prince is useful, and let's Molting Imp as well. So, Molting Imp is there. Put 1 Rail Beater up here, and this, then might as well use double Kindle, which is patently ridiculous, by the way. So now we Alpha Fiend here. Oh no, that's not good. Let's Pyagro and sharpen this, because that way this one will die and this will take less damage. I don't think this one attacks. At least I don't think it does. Of course you put the Animus of Will behind that, and I couldn't use the Engraft, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, this one definitely attacks. There we go. That way I can protect this one. And here is something that is going to be interesting, but first off, let's regen and Pyre Chomp in front, just in case, so then we can survive this. Summon a Train Steward here. Important work, because this work is important. Well, I shouldn't have probably done that, but yeah. Let's summon a Welder Helper. Then Pyagro. The Welder Helper will be useful for this, and then the Queen's Impling. The fact that this gains so much HP is so annoying, though. But I'm already dealing a bunch of damage, so with this I guess I want to Glimmer. Then I Vengeful Shard, and then I just guess I pass here. This is annoying, but it's mostly fine. Let's use this, then use this. Make all of them free. Then we get 6 energy. Then we use Important Work to get rid of the Welder Helper and draw a card. Consume. Reinforce this. Actually, that didn't work quite so well, so let's do this as well. And get rid of this, so now while it's higher attack, it also just dies when it's... The important thing about this one is that it has high attack, but it also... Oh, Kindle here, and of course, let's quickly use these. This doesn't particularly matter, because with this I Transcendent and win. Well, I don't necessarily win, but Transcendent is very useful for this kind of battle. Because it's a very long battle, and Transcendent allows me to just do a bunch of stuff. With this, I'm gonna heal up first. Tire jumper. Let's use these. I think this might actually be a final thing. Oh no. That's annoying. Well now, I suppose there's no way to go about it other than this. Then this. Then I guess this. I at least have decent health points, so... Oh no, that's not good. I'm probably going to die to 3 attacks, but my pyre deals 40 damage, so that means I'll still die. And it shouldn't be too difficult for me to die, because unfortunately, this is a very difficult battle. But with that, let's just go into a new run. Once again, another run, another Daedalus, another Seraph the Patient, but this time it's Daedalus the Professor who summons bombs. This time I think I'll take Hornbreaker Prince on the left, but I forgot to read the name because I didn't think it was important. Rationing Scales. That seems very interesting. Emblem of the Exiles is very good though. Gives every front unit 5 health points at the start of the turn. That's very, very useful. Down. Down. With this, you very easily can beat the Clergies. But unfortunately, without the Train Steward being so good, you don't necessarily have as strong a early game. This is very unfortunate because without having a strong early game, you die a lot more and your opponent wins a lot more. 50 HP on a boss kind of seems pathetic, by the way, when at first your bosses are actually just like super strong. When later on, even the weakest enemies have 50 HP. Well, actually, the weakest enemies don't have 50 HP, but they have a lot more attack than this enemy. If you know what I'm saying. So, Welder Helper is useful. Ritual of Battle is good. I think Welder Helper is probably the one I want. Though Hornbreak is always useful. Yeah, let's go Welder Helper. Wildwood Sap is good, but I like Sharpen, personally. Sharpen counts towards slays, by the way. Sharpening enemies. And let's go to the right. Just a step to the left. And a step to the right. I get an Awoken Banner, which is an Animus of Will, and I get a Merchant of Steel, which should have... Oh, another multi-strike. Interesting. Unfortunately, I don't really think I need a multi-strike. But I do need this. Upgrade a unit with quick multi-strike? Nah. +5, +10? Nah. +10? Yeah. That is going to be useful. I don't have any other units aside from the Welder Helper and the Train Stewards, though. So, let's just go into battle with need of no strongest potions, because we don't have any strongest potions here. Dum, 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 dum. Someone fuzzy is watching there with you. Nice. A fuzzy puppy, perhaps? A fuzzy kitty? I wonder. Oh, do you think perhaps I should torch this? Because I think perhaps I should torch this. Torching it seems very useful. Regenning the Animus of Will is very important too, because the Animus of Will is one of the most important units for this battle, and a welder helper. I don't have enough thingy for welder helper, unfortunately, so... But I have enough thingy to kill my opponent very quickly. And then enough to beat that. That was very good. Pup time? Pup time! I like pup time. Pup time is cute. Pups are the cuter ones. Now let's take a fledgling imp or a hidden passage. Fledgling imp is useful, but I think hidden passage is probably better because it allows you to cheat out units on specific floors, making it so you can have 1, 2, 3 on the floor. Yeah. Now, Pyre Remnants isn't particularly useful, but this is particularly useful. Now I have a Rail Beater again, a Branded Warrior. I suppose I could take a Branded Warrior, and Herzl's Horde. Spells get an extra upgrade slot is very, very useful because extra upgrade slots, oh my goodness, that is very important. Ooh, hello there, blacksmith. So, up for a little fine-tuning, working on a new hammer. She'll help you out in your sorry lot. She doesn't work like she should, got a bit of a mind of her own. Deal damage to 2 enemy units. 6 damage to 2 enemy units. 2 times. Oh, that's really cool, actually. That's really, really useful. Really, really super cool, because that means you can now get a bunch of units on one floor, and Daedalus, the professor, shall appear. He summons explosives, by the way, which deal 10 damage, and they explode twice. This is ridiculous, by the way. It's... How can things explode twice? It's kind of ridiculous and silly. But I think that's basically the point of it. I don't want to do this on the bottom floor. I want to probably do it on the top floor first. Because the top floor allows me to just go, I can wait for all you enemies to reduce in rage. Oh, good old Wingmaker, yeah. Oh, wow, 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 wow. What was that? Deals 6 damage to enemy units 2 times? How was that used so much? That is kind of... I suppose that's the reason it doesn't work like it should, huh? Interesting fun fact. By the way, this thing really doesn't work how it should. Now let's hidden passage this up so I get an extra additional lot of HP here. No wonder they said it doesn't work as it should. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. That blacksmith seems... Well, the blacksmith should definitely be very proud of her creation. At least I would say so. Now let's heal up this unit a bunch of times. So I'll only take 4. Now with this, let's bring this up and deal damage to this as well. And I might as well deal 2 extra damage. And we shall see how this goes. Up 13? Nah, you'll be fine. Now, let's good old Wingmaker. Oh wow. It only works once? Deals 6 damage to all enemy units 2 times. Oh, I thought it was deals 6 damage to 2 enemy units 2 times. Dealing 6 damage to all enemy units 2 times is far more ridiculous than dealing 6 damage to 1 enemy unit 2 times. At least in my personal opinion. And I'm pretty sure it is in the opinion of everyone else who Dark Deal is useful. There's Spreading Spores, which is good, but not that good. And, oh, Ally of the Ancients. Ally of the Ancients is very useful because it's just a free armor, multi-strike Horned Warrior, and nah, I don't think I need another banner unit, probably. +1 on each floor. Well, who needs that when you have something like that? Fel's Remorse. Probably Fel's Remorse is the one that I want. Extra energy is always important. I was trying to use something that would give me a complete alliteration ability. Absolute alliteration ability, but unfortunately, my absolute alliteration ability axed itself? Perhaps axed itself would be a good way to put it, yeah. Yeah, that works. Don't listen to my cousins, I have more than just junk. Okay, let's see. Upgrade a unit with Quick. Do I have any units that I can upgrade with Quick? I have, not Animus of Will, I have Branded Warrior, which is good because if you apply Branded Warrior with Quick, that means they can deal way more damage. And Rage 11, yeah, that actually makes sense. A Branded Warrior with a bunch of HP. And let's re-roll a Large Stone. Oh, I suppose I'll get a Large Stone Train Steward. Large Stone isn't too bad at all. Just make this Train Steward, like, at least something that'll protect me, okay? So, remove a torch. Always remove a restore. How do you pronounce restore? Why did people decide restore was pronounced restore instead of restore? Oh, Shattered Shell. That's useful. Actually, I probably could have given Large Stone to the Shattered Shell. Well, the more you realize, the sillier you are. I should have probably done this first then. Now, let's see. Armor 10, multi-strike 1, Slay +10. Armor 15, multi-strike 2. Multi-strike 2 is especially useful with the Friend. Oh, Heaven's Seal. Yeah, I think I'll take this Heaven's Seal. It won't be too bad. This enemy has Sweep, so it's annoying, but it'll be fine. I think you want to torch this. I think what I want to do is put most enemies at the top. And this one at the bottom. Most of my units at the top. Now this goes here and this goes here. Give this armor 25 and unfortunately the sharpen isn't that good. But I'll put the Train Steward in front. All I'm waiting on is this. Now this is useful. Giving an additional stuff, but I suppose giving this extra stuff is also good and useful. And now for the big Train Steward. The Train Steward of the beginning. Not of the beginning, the big inning. Like, making bigger. It has been made far bigger than the other Train Stewards. This has an incant, so I shouldn't worry too much about it, but yeah. Them all healing up doesn't matter too much because they should always die when they reach this floor. Now, let's restore this one because that way I won't have to worry about the sweeper that comes out as the boss. No, wait, this is resolve, not sweep. With this, our good old Wingmaker, which is very useful, as a matter of fact. Let's try hidden passaging this up. That means that won't die, but it also means... Oh, thank you, by the way, for the Train Steward doing a lot of damage. The Large Stone was very useful, actually. And now we torch you to death. Pray. Maybe it's pronounced like that because it comes from a similar Latin word as restaurant? Perhaps that is indeed the case. Also, hello there, Jeans Dragon. It's nice seeing you. It's been a bit. Well, actually, not necessarily been a bit. It's been some time, but I don't know how long exactly it's been. I think it was Tuesday, actually? Yeah, Tuesday. Maybe it was Sunday. I'm not sure, but it's been a bit. Well, it's technically been a bit since I've seen all of you, but you know how it... I mean, that... Inferno, piercing, deal 100 damage, attuned, consume, apply rage 3 is always useful. And for this one, I shall rooted it. Hi, Ko. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. I always like saying hi, hi. Now, which one do I want to go on this side? On the one hand, I could upgrade my Shattered Shell further, but on the other hand, I could duplicate my, very useful, very important, Ascend spell, or good old Wingmaker as well. I think I'll duplicate my good old Wingmaker. Yeah, let's go. A much stronger hammer, and purge 2 units. Purge a restore, and another restore, I guess. Yeah, it has, even since I came back, though. You haven't been able to catch too many of my streams? Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure you'll catch more streams. Multi-strike on the stealth one. I don't think there's any stealth units on here aside from the boss, so it should be fine, right? Since they're non-boss enemies that get multi-strike, right? Right? But this one, you want to put stuff up at the top. And put this here, and then this like this. Sharpen, I guess? No, rage extra. And sharpen this one. Yeah, you'll try? Nice, that's good to hear. I don't need a train steward down there. That'll just die and be useless. But anyway, it's fine whether or not you catch my streams. I don't mind either way. I get very happy when stuff happens, so let's upgrade. And by upgrade, I mean heal. Heal this one very bigly. Ascend this. Destroy this. And kill. Kill. Murder, death, kill. Kill all these angels. You know how them angels be like? Them angels be like this thing up. Or something. I need to heal this a bunch, though. Apply rooted to the enemy unit. I suppose I'll root this so it doesn't have the problem where it has to go up a level. And then we good old Wingmaker this again. Good old Wingmaker. I enjoy good old Wingmaker. 8 stealth is annoying. Because 8 stealth means that this one will always have stealth. So 12, 13. Actually, let's steel enhancer this. So, not really. Not necessarily. Let's upgrade this one's health and then good old Wingmaker again. I enjoy good old Wingmaker. It's very, very useful. And now, time to wait until I kill this one in top. And by in top, I mean the Pyre Room, the Resonant Shard. Oh, I wonder what this is. Rage adds an additional +1 per stack. That's pretty useful. On summon, return an additional consume spell to your hand. There's no consume spells. Actually, there is a consume spell, but it doesn't matter particularly very much because the consume spell isn't very useful. Actually, the consume spell is very useful, actually, so I should probably take it. Restoring retreat. I guess focused growth is very important because I do need to actually heal up my units. What in the 9 rings did you do to this thing? It looks like you tried to tear apart the rail with it and you ran it over with the bone shaker to forget about it altogether. Damn, well that's pretty useful. You can come oh wow. 50-50. That is very strong. That is a very strong unit. A 50-50 unit should definitely be something that you should consider on taking up. I'll probably go this way on the left, because on the left will allow me to upgrade... Wait, trample? What's trample do? Oh my goodness, trample does exactly what you would think you would do if you played Magic the Gathering or something similar. Because that is insane. That is actually insane. That is ridiculous and really, really cool. Oh my goodness. Now let's large stone hef and make her a 65-90 with trample. Very useful, in my opinion. Oh my, that sounds good. Indeed it does. Now let's Endless the Impish Scholar and upgrade this Shattered Shell with even more health. But I suppose I might as well give Strength Stone to this Impish Scholar. No, not the Impish Scholar. I'll just take out a couple of torches, because these torches aren't very useful. Well, only one torch apparently, because... And then I guess I'll give one of the trained stewards an extra H attack. H attack. What's H attack mean? That's weird. Also, the fact that when it at the end of the turn stays alive, it gives you an additional spot on the floor for units. Let's see, what units does this summon? So this summons when you play a non-mortal unit and applies a dazed to your units. And the other one is the incant one. That's unfortunate. For now, I suppose I'll summon these ones up here rather than down anywhere further. I guess I'll put the train steward down at the bottom so I can at least get rid of one of them. This one's the incant one. So, let's summon Hef here. Oh wow, that is indeed very giant. And Shattered Shell behind Hef. And what I want to do, by the way, is I want to actually allow Hef to go up to the next floor with hidden passage, which means that every turn... Oh, this was the incant level. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I suppose I can just pass the turn. And this will be very useful because Hef does a lot of damage. So now let's see. This is not the incant, it's the rally one, but this gains with incant, so 6, 12, 18, 13, 6, 12, 18, then 26. Yeah, I think even if that is the case, I think if I do give these to them, Hef will still do stuff over. So it should be fine. So every turn, Hef giving me an extra stuff to this one. Yes! Trample! The trample is a really cool thing though. I won't lie. Harvest 8-1. Ah, actually it takes 7, but then it doesn't. If you know what I mean. Let's give this 11 health and then draw a card. And now this is back to full capacity. Normal full capacity, that is. Let's... Oh, this is the rally one, so I should be careful not to summon any units. Even when I'm not playing card games, I'm playing card games? Well, this is a card game, to be fair. So, spikes. Give this one spikes. Steel Enhancer, this one, 5, 6. I want to kill this one, so this gives this And this survives. And then you root this so it doesn't have to go back up top next turn. And the final wave shouldn't be too bad at all. Ally of the Ancients should go here. I should ascend this and... Good old Wingmaker. Card games on infernal trains? That is a pretty good way of putting it, actually. Card games on infernal trains. Card games on infernal trains. And I think... She do be playing card games? I do be playing card games. Now let's go and have a bunch of people all up on this top floor with Hef there as well. And this should be very much easy to defeat the opponent with because, oh my goodness, have you seen Hef? Hef is enormous. Down, down. You gotta say it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. Card games on infernal trains or something, I don't know. Unleash the Wildwood, that's very important. Let's see. +1 on each floor. I don't need that. I have Hef. +1 energy. I already have enough energy to play. And Herzl's Compound, I guess, is probably the best choice here, unfortunately. Which is annoying. Let's see. Anything I want to upgrade? I've upgraded Hef. Unleash the Wildwood could theoretically see an upgrade, I guess. And Pyre Health is always useful. Double stack, I don't see any use for. Actually, I do see use for double stack because I have Ally of the Ancients. And I have extra things for the things. And let's upgrade good old Wingmaker too. Because good old Wingmaker is supposedly very useful. And by supposedly, I mean it's absolutely very useful. And now let's take out one Train Steward that hasn't been upgraded and one Train Steward and one torch that hasn't been upgraded. And Hornbreaker Prince final will be this one. Because, as you know, a lot of damage is damage. Now, Spikes 5, and that's useful. This is the Harvest one that gains armor. That one's not too bad. Now let's see. As always, I want to get started on the top floor. I guess the best way to do this would be 8 ba 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 ba. So, Welder, Helper, Sharpen. That way all of these should die, right? Yeah. My maths is correct, thankfully. Well, 16 damage. I take 8, and then I take 6 more. I guess I put Shattered Shell in front, so... Wait, that doesn't seem right. 5, 10, 15... Oh, that makes more sense. Well, I guess I just lost my Animus of Will, but who needs an Animus of Will when you have Hef? And speaking of Hef, here she is now! Yeah. And let's Steel Enhancer so this goes up. And then Regen so it goes up even further. Hef takes 90, which is unfortunate, but the Resolve is good. Let's Unleash the Wildwood up here. Use this, and then put the large stone Train Steward in front. As well as give this Ally of the Ancients. No, I should have given the Branded Warrior Ally of the Ancients, because that way the Branded Warrior would have been better. Now let's up Hef. So she's now able to do her best job on this. I suppose I should have actually gained an additional stuff or something, if you know what I mean. Now let's upgrade Hef some more, give some health, and good old Wingmaker on this floor. I believe there's a consume thing that I can use to give Hef extra damage, and this should be good enough. 900? Nah, I'll be fine. All I need to do is do this, give this to Hef. This one is endless, so basically, by the way, you get extra additional damage every single turn that this one dies. So, now you Steel Enhance this. Focused Growth. I guess you Wingmaker. Good old Wingmaker. I enjoy good old Wingmaker. It's a Wingmaker, you know? And then you Impish Scholar at the front here to give Alloy of the Ancients to this one. And then another good old Wingmaker and a Wildwood for the road. And there we go. A bunch of money and a Pyre Chomper, I guess. Your Edge Pyre is useful, but I suppose Preserved Thorns is more useful. For this, I think I'll get a spell upgrade. Spell upgrade is important because you can give 3 spell upgrades to your spells instead of 2 spell upgrades in this because of something very silly. Let's upgrade a spell to gain holdover then. Armor of the Ancients has... You can't hold over that because... Oh, let's hold over the Ascend, of course, because that way, if you hold over the Ascend and make good old Wingmaker free, reroll, double stack the Rage Serum or something. Nah. Let's Surge Stone this torch. Stack Stone the Ensnare. And Emberstone the Alloy of the Ancients, so I got a free Alloy of the Ancients now. Duplicate this... No, duplicate Hef. Because that way I now have 2 Hefs. And let's give Spike Steel 10 plus 1 damage per stack. And also Sting spells get plus 10 magic power and piercing. Now, once again, I have to verse Seraph the Patient, which is unfortunate because the Patient is the worst and most annoying. Well, actually not the worst, but the most annoying personally in my personal particular opinion. Seraph the Ancient is like... Patient is like weird. He's a weirdo. So with this, you want to go like... Summon Train Steward. It doesn't feel dazed. You want to go Animus of Will here. I guess Hornbreaker Appearance here. So he can start gaining some health and give Animus extra attack. And might as well give the Train Steward a regen. Ah yes, Hef time. It's Hef time. And let's good old Wingmaker. Wingmaker, that's it. It's Wingmaker. That's the name. I keep forgetting the name. Oh wow, my boss died, but that doesn't matter because I have Hef. So now what I want to do is I want to Alloy of the Ancients this or something. I put this on the center floor. No, I guess I Alloy of the Ancients have put this on the center floor, this in front. And I'll torch this just for good measure. So Hef doesn't take as much damage. And now I ascend Hef. And good old Wingmaker strikes again. And now I get Sting with Preserved Thorns. And an Impish Scholar too, which gives back the Rage Serum, which should theoretically be good. Theoretically. Hef's really strong, so I like that. So first off, let's see. On this floor, Wildwood. Then I'll ascend Hef. I think. Yeah, I'll ascend Hef. And now I just need to wait for my second Hef, which should be coming up in a couple turns. With this, I get an Impish Scholar. Use this torch to kill this. And now this takes more damage, so let's steal and cancel this. And use this thing again as well. And now this has 1. So let's do another Hef. So now we have 2 Hefs on the same floor. As you can see, this game gets pretty rolly, if you know what I mean. Preserve Thorns once again. That's very useful. Now, at the end of every turn, I will be gaining 2 extra space on this floor. And I also have this to kill enemies I need to kill. So, triple sting so I can draw 2 and snare and I guess I sting this, actually. And restore this health. Because now I have 2 Hefs, and 2 Hefs is all that matter. And I have a lot of cards in my hand. A lot of cards in my hand, too. Now let's unleash the Wildwood for a singular last time. Good old Wingmaker. Focused Growth, I guess. Steel Enhancer. This. Then I guess I can just Hidden Passage the boss. Since I want it to be over sooner. Yeah, that sounds about right. And now we got our Wingmaker for the road. Piercing, 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 piercing. And that should be it. And we've run it. Won it. Yeah, Seraph the Patient. 2-turn boss rush. Bow, bow. Yeah. With Hef in the deck. I enjoy Hef. She's very cute, it seems. And let's see run summary. So the run summary was a pretty good run. 35 minutes, Seraph the Patient beaten. And let's go for another run. This time, I'll be using the Awoken as the standard. And the Hellhorned as the addition. Now we've got Felder Wings of Light and another Seraph the Patient, which is annoying. Friendly units get 5 extra damage. I see. I'm almost out of water, by the way, so I might... Actually, yeah, I will go back and go out and get some water and come back in a second. Just let me quickly take this. Take the champion choice, rejuvenate, cultivate, draw +1 each turn. Cultivate 1 and draw +1 each turn. Deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit. I think I'll take the explosive one. And for now, let's just quickly go on a pause because I will be right back. I'm just going to get some water and I'll see you in just a second. try my best against this run, which should be easier than the other ones, since Arcus is actually far weaker than Fel usually. And another mark of invasion, and chains. The guy who puts chains onto your deck. Let's do this. Now the useful thing about this is, if you heal, you'll basically instantly kill one of your opponent's things, so... And the very important thing about this mark of invasion is it's always safe to take the first one, since you take 3, 6, 9, then 4. So you have like 67 health, which isn't too bad of a thing. And you can always torch them if you really want to take less, so you take 3. So now you have 68 health. Which is, like I said, not too bad. And now it's time to go into this enemy. And we win because of the special rejuvenate power. With that rejuvenate ability, Wildwood Sap is very useful. And then there's... Fortify? Fortify makes sense in this strategy. With this, I think I have to take an Awoken unit, because Awoken units are very important. Let's take a Thorn Collar, which is decent but not the best. And then Emberstone a Wildwood Sap. Hold over this Restore and Emberstone it. And now I have a 1 turn every turn thingy that deals a lot of damage to my opponent. Now let's consume a torch. A unit draft is very useful. I like unit drafts. Let's put this one here, this one here. Use. Fortify. Oh. I didn't think about that. Though I suppose it does make sense, actually. Now, I kill everyone on the floor by using the Rejuvenate ability. And first, I'm gonna do this as well. I suppose I can put this here, so... And give this one Wildwood Sap. And kill this so it doesn't move up higher. And there we go! A quick little... Boom, 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 boom. And Razor Sharp Edge is always very useful in this deck. And as for another Welder Helper, that's always good. Demon Fiend is useful, but it costs too much. Alpha Fiend is good, but I'd prefer Branded Warrior. And now, let's see. Herzel's Horde, Merchant of Magic. I think I'll take a Herzel's Horde. Oh, that's very good. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. So I can make this one so high. A Penance Guard that gives you extra... I think with this one I'll take Weathered Coldstones again, since Weathered Coldstones are very useful to keep yourself alive, as I've said before. And I will say again. And now we got a Versatilus. Unfortunately, Seraph the Patient is a final Seraph, but... Seraph the Patient isn't anything to worry about too badly. I don't mind Seraph the Patient. He is very silly. Now let's see. Train Steward, Sentient. I should probably not do that. This one has a... This one has enemy units deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. Oh wow. That's right. I forgot about that. Let's put the Sentient up here. Give a Welder Helper and then I guess put this up here. And this back here. Yeah. That way works. And this is gonna take a bunch of damage. Because of the special rejuvenate thing that it has. What's more important is that one. Anyway, I need to rejuvenate this one as well. And that means I need to probably get something that's actually damaging as opposed to not damaging. Now this should be useful, but now this should be even more useful. So, by the way, fun fact about Razor Sharp Edge, you can use it to kill your opponents, because minus 2 HP means that if something has 1 HP, that means it goes to 0 HP. Oh, it just started glitching for a little bit, but that doesn't matter particularly much. I'm gonna first use these to heal this, because I don't particularly mind this one, because it already has regen 7. This one has, like, spikes 15 at this point? Yeah. And now I kill. Kill Hephaestus very hard and heavy. Bam, 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 bam. Cycle Flight. Let's see. A rare pack should... I guess spreading spores? Maybe? No. Honestly, this seems like a skip angle. Yeah. This seems like a skip angle. Awoken Hollow, no. They've changed the Awoken Hollow, by the way. It didn't used to be like this. I guess I'll take a Horned Warrior to put behind the other one. And for now, I suppose what I want is energy. Now, let's see. Hellvent. Oh, Hellvent's useful. Unstable Vortex is useful, but then I won't be able to get a Merchant of Steel. But I would rather get a Hellvent than a Merchant of Steel. Now let's up move, by which I mean remove these torches. Quickly duplicate a holdover thingy. Get the health even though I don't need it, and an additional rejuvenate. And now, with the holdover thing being at 2, oh wow, I'm pretty sure this one didn't used to have this color scheme, but I'm not exactly sure why. Spell Shield 2, I don't worry about Spell Shield, because I have the special property of dealing damages with spells in other ways. Multi-strike, 2020, that should kill. Yeah. And regen 1. I'll use Horned Hollow here. And then this here. With this behind. And then I pass, because I don't care about Spell Shield. With this one I use this. Might as well... These are already dying anyway, so I go here and give this 20. And pass. Ah, so now, you see, this is where this matters, because this gives this rejuve. And that is very special, because... Now, I have the ability to give both of them rejuve once. This one gets extra attack as well, because of its special use case scenario. And here we go. Now this one, enemy loses because of how stupid my very silly boss is. And now, oh, Unleash the Wildwood, that's perfect. Hopefully that's gets a healing thing. I can get a holdover for it, I mean. Consume cards, any consume cards? I have a Wildwood Sap, so that could be useful. And now, spell upgrade. As you know, I love spells. Ladies and gentlemen, I love spells. Let's permafrost this. Unleash the wildwood, actually. Wildwood. Not wildwood. Wildwood. Wildwood sounds weird, honestly. And get an artifact. Ooh. That's really good. The conscription notice. They are pretty spectacular. I'd say they're even spelltastic, as a matter of fact. Ooh, an animus of speed. That's very useful. Let's summon this animus of speed up in the top so that it can do its thing. Ah, Train Steward goes here, and I suppose I'll summon a Thorned Hollow here. Oh, that's not useful. Well, rip in peace this one, I guess. I probably shouldn't have put that one on. Aggressive Amulet, in hindsight, is a very bad one to do. Because Aggressive Amulet is going to lose you the game. I can already tell that I'm going to lose the game from here, which is unfortunate because I like this game and I dislike losing. Everyone dislikes losing, I think, but I especially dislike losing because it's losing, you know? No one ever likes losing. Especially not me. So, in the future, Aggressive Amulet, keep in mind, too strong. You run, and we'll run it back one last time with the Awoken Hellhorn combination. Oh, Seraph the Diligent this time. That's good. That's the first spell card gets consumed, so I should be fine. Oh. Cleansing Water is really good because it means a lot of the things are really good. Revenge Cultivate and draw +1 each turn. Or Spikes 10. I think Revenge Cultivate is probably the most useful, because Revenge Cultivate allows you to simply take revenge upon your opponents. Non-boss enemy units get +4, but half of them will have no pluses because of the buff thingy. Right? Right? That is how it works, right? At least from what I can tell, that should be how it works. Oh, you want to summon this one on its own, probably. I see, that definitely seems like an important thing to keep in mind. Heal. Get rid of the healer. You always shoot the medic first, by the way. Always shooting the medic first is very important in, like, stuff that isn't war, because in war, shooting the medic first is a war crime, and you do not want to commit a war crime, even if it's a little accidental. Like, for instance, another war crime is defeating your opponent even though they surrendered, or attacking someone even though they flight a white flag. Restoration Detonation is very useful. Let's supply Molting Imp and a Shattered Shell or Husk Hermit. Husk Hermit is very useful, because that way I can upgrade the Husk Hermit with extra HP and attack. Actually, let's make it a quick sweep extra HP unit, because that way I'll always be able to cultivate. Oh, and Animus of Will is always useful. A really common war crime is using a red plus symbol. Actually, that's just the medic symbol. So it's technically not a war crime. Well, using a red plus symbol if you're not a medic is a common war crime, I think. I'm genuinely not pretty sure. I haven't heard much about war crimes, but using a plus symbol if you're not a medic is probably a war crime. I think. At least I could imagine. Because that way, people won't know what are actually the medics and what are not the medics. Because if people don't know what the medics are, then how are they supposed to know who they shouldn't shoot? And that's very important because you should always know who you're supposed to shoot. Even though you're really supposed to shoot nobody. Because nobody likes shooting other people, really. At least from my perspective. Yeah, you have to have the red cross thing so you're not allowed to use it in video games? Oh! That's curious. I didn't know that fact. So now let's give this a wildwood sap, a fortify, and a quick rail beater for the road. Upgrade a unit again. Let's see. What should I upgrade this? I should upgrade the Animus of Will. Nobody likes being shot at either. That's correct. No one likes being shot at all. Whatsoever. Upgrade the Animus of Will with plus 10 and 3 spikes. Because upgrading an Animus of Will with extra attack is always very useful. Endless Molting Imps are good, because that means every turn you have an AoE defense. And Old Wingmaker, it's Hef time, baby! Hef is my favorite unit. I enjoy Hef. She is a giant blacksmith, giantess blacksmith. Which is, you know, if you've heard of giantess before, well, you know what I mean. If you haven't heard of giantess before, that's silly. Friendly units enter with sap and tower supplies. Dazed on strike? I see. Now let's good old Wingmaker and make this very useful. Also, technically, group punishment is a war crime? Oh, I did not know that, as a matter of fact. So anytime some kids are up and the teacher gives the whole class homework, they're committing a war crime. Wow, that's a fun fact that I did not know, and also very interesting. And also, by the way, I can use this now because of this special old wing thingy. I forgot what the name was specifically. It's old wing thingy, right? Old faithful wing thingy? Yeah. Something like that. Animus of Will on top. Down, 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 down. You know, the reason why I like this song is because it reminds me of a very specific song by Roger Waters called Can't You See It All Makes Perfect Sense? Expressed in dollars and cents, pounds, shillings, and pence. Or something along those lines. Well, it's not actually called that, but that is what the song sounds like. It's a very cool thing. It's a very good song. And I should sing it in karaoke sometime when my voice has gotten better. I'm probably going to rest my voice for all of tomorrow so it feels better for Saturday, because Saturday is a very special stream. This one I'll skip. Deranged Brute. Let's take Branded Warrior instead. And for this one, of course, Bell's Remorse. Now let's see. Hell Vent. Unstable Vortex. Upgrade a spell. Good old Wingmaker needs an upgrade, so I'll take this, take a spell upgrade. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. Make good old Wingmaker free. And... no. Let's give the torch +20. no need to purge, and upgrade as Revenge with Rejuvenate. Because Revenge Rejuvenate seems like a pretty good thing. Non-boss enemy units get multi-strike. Multi-strike 6 2s, and that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, this is the way it goes, usually. This one has incant. Kill this and restore. So, then add a rail beater. And I guess deal even more damage. Bum 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 badum badum bum bum bada bum. With this one, I guess I'll put the Animus of Will on top. Then a quick little train steward in front. Then down here, we of course get something known as the Melting Imp, which is immortal and survives every turn. Oh, good old Wingmaker. Let's go. An extra thing. That means this now works. Molting Imp time, and here we go to protect this Chain Steward. Now let's heal this a couple times, and even healing a couple times should do it. I think next time I want to do this though. So the Train Steward is perfectly protected. Dum ba da dum bum. And now Molting Imp in front of the Train Steward once again. Not quite. There we go. There we go. And there we go. That's even better. Let's fortify it and do our best. Let's do our best. That sounded like a bunch of drums hitting something, by the way. Oh, that's very useful because it makes the healing even better. Now, let's see. I suppose I'll take this one, skip this, and go to the spell upgrades again. Right? Although, what do I need to upgrade that's a unit? Nothing? Nothing. I do need to upgrade the Banded Warrior a little bit. I'll get Forgotten Boons and this first. An Arcane Machine that builds a card. Oh, this one is pretty cool. Let's see. Spikes, Bludge, or Flame. Let's create a Spike effect, Heal effect, and a Descend effect. And take Spikes 5, restore 20 health, and Descend. That's pretty useful. And it also gives me something to upgrade. Spikes 10, restore 20 health. And let's make Awake cost less. Awake cost even less. Well, Old Magic cost less now. And hold over the Awake, I guess. No, hold over the Restoration Detonation. If you hold over the Restoration Detonation, it's far better. And good old Wingmaker now deals 16 damage to every enemy twice. Which is, if you do the math, 32 damage to every enemy. Let's not do Spell Shield since I have good old Wingmaker. And put a Branded Warrior back at the back. They deal 4 and I deal a bunch. Animus of Will behind a Husk Hermit is useful. Though I suppose it shouldn't matter too much. Let's quickly do this first. 13 I still take, but it shouldn't be too bad. Now let's upgrade. And by upgrade I mean use this, and descend this. Before doing this. making this especially good. And by this, I mean making Animus of Will especially good, because now I have an infinite defense line. Ah. Holdover Restoration Detonation is pretty useful, thankfully, but it's not that useful. Instead, I will allow this one to die. And I suppose, I guess, summon a Train Steward in front? Then good old Wingmaker it. And let's give some extra regen to this one. As well as that. And now this one should be dying on the second floor, theoretically. It didn't, but it will come very close, I think. Close enough that I'll be able to defeat it with the pyre. Definitely close enough that I'll be able to defeat it with the pyre. And let's summon 2 Train Stewards. Give them restorations. And they'll die anyways, but I'll still be able to kill. This is the one battle that I have to worry about that. But anyway, Focus Growth is very useful. And Ally of the Ancients is especially useful because of the whole thing. And Hef is back. Don't think this makes it okay. It is not okay. She needs a little more polish and love. And stuff. So yeah, Hef is here now. And now we also have a duplicate Hef too, because we came in pretty usefully. And now let's take a random Hellhound card. Collect. And, oh, the train collapsed. Usually, sometimes you get lucky and the train doesn't collapse, but this time I didn't get lucky and the train did indeed collapse. Now it's time to fight Arcus. He'll be summoning a Looming Darkshard, which is an incant, and Shuddering Darkshard, which is Hellborn Harvest when... And I'm not sure what Hellborn Harvest is specifically. So let's summon Hef here. And then, of course, summon Animus of Will behind Hef. And then quickly put the Sentient here. And Branded Warden behind the Sentient. Hellborn Harvest is when one of the units dies. Well, that's useful because none of them will die. And now, for the plus of the minus thing. And now Hef is so insanely good that I can summon another Hef. Because of this stupid ability that Hef has, which gives +2 on every floor she's on every turn. So 2 Hefs means that I get +2 on both floors. Now it's Wildwood Sap, quickly Alloy of the Ancients, and Awake this one. For an additional regen, and another good old Wingmaker, I suppose. Restoration Detonation, which deals a decent amount. And Focused Growth now. And Fortify this one. Because you always know how to fortify. This one is Hellborn Harvest, so shouldn't be too bad. It's not incant, which is more important. And let's do this, and let's then do... Summon a Train Steward. The vines now ride so easily. I see, that's pretty cool to hear. And now we have this. Very fun fact. Hef is broken. Let's give armor 5 to this. You're rather amazed it's only now hitting 11 PM there? Yeah. Sometimes it do be pretty interesting. Felt like it was 1 AM already. Sometimes the tiredness gets to me. We know how it is. Tiredness do be tiredness causing. And death to Arcus. Rest in pieces, Arcus. Now, with Priory's Cloak and the additional stuff, I should win. Well, not necessarily win, but adaptive mutation is pretty useful when it comes to Hef. Let's see, so Hef, there's Railbeater. I guess I'll take another Ally of the Ancients though, because that's always useful. I don't need this, I probably don't need this. Hazel's Compound is very useful, so I'll take Hazel's Compound. Giving an extra draw every turn is always useful. Oh, upgrade Hefs. Yeah, I'll upgrade Hefs. Pyre remains. Rage does not decay. That's useful. Oh, large stone Hef. So, now we also have one large stone Hef. Now we need a second large stone Hef. Unfortunately, we don't, but we do have a multi-strike Hef, which is almost just as useful. And a branded worry that's huge, and a branded worry that's also got decent defense. Now for final facts, I shall take Explosive or Cultivating 2. I'll take Explosive 2. Mainly because Explosive means I do a lot of damage to the opponent. And Heaven's Seal, this is the one that also has Trample. I see, so this one has the non-boss enemy units restore their health. Let's see, Hef should be fine with Trample. And that. And all that, I guess. Let's go like this. So 1, 2, 3. And this is good for me. 1, 2, 3. And this is good for me. 4, 5, 6. Having some kicks. I'll probably old magic here, just so I can go extra, you know, what's the word, rolly? Something like that. It's like, it goes additional steamroll levels because it's stupid. Hef is absolutely stupid, and I don't feel bad at all in saying this. Double Hef should always win you a game, always, without question, because Hef is broken. Legitimately one of the most broken cards in this game. And now let's do this as well. And yeah, let's give this regen, and hold over this so I can use this. And also let's summon 2 infinite boxes. Now this should be very easy because, well, it should be very easy. And there we go, and Torch, and then good old Wingmaker is also useful. And now we get to summon a Railbeater. And as I said, it's easy. This is a very insane deck. So Clan and Allied Clan pack. Pyre Awake and Pyre Chomper is probably useful because Pyre Chomper gives you extra damage, and I should probably upgrade not a unit but the other things. The spells. That's what they are. They're spells. Give a spell holdover? Okay, I'll give this Awake holdover. And make this Awake -1. Actually, -1 to Restoration Detonation, so it's a free holdover spell. And then upgrade a spell with magic power. Let's upgrade a Restore. And now we go to get the Pyre Health, which is useful, and the Merchant of Trinkets, which gives spells an upgrade slot. Which is good, because now I can actually do what I wanted. And give this Awake -1 again. So now it's a -1 holdover away. And friendly units gain +2 on Slate is also pretty good, so yeah, there we go. And here it's time to beat Seraph the Diligent. First card played, spell card played gets consumed, so with this you want to usually start off with the torches. Double hef is annoying, but I can do double hef, I guess. Actually, yeah, double hef is really good on this, since I use this. Now I can do this and heal up hef. And torch and this. And thank goodness to hef. Hef is very useful. So restore hef first so it's consumed. Then purge the self-mutilation, restoration detonation. Then good old Wingmaker to give an additional thing. Armor of the Ancients. Then let's heal so this kills that Seraph. And this should relatively be easy actually going on because hef is insanely quick. Let's Pyre Chomper here. And use this. Then this. Restoration Detonation, I guess. Which kills. And now Train Steward could go here. And I'll Focus Growth as well, then Vengeful Shard for the measure. Might as well utilize something to get rid of this. Let's restore so that it need make other spells do that. And then put this down. Let's give hef Armor of the Ancients and this as well. Now every turn hef will give me 2 extra slots on here. Let's torch this with this torch, which is already consumed, so it's useful, so you can use it without having to worry about consuming. Torch this in. Summon the Queen's Influence, summon the Pyre Chomper. Summon the Husk Hermit, and basically make hef broken as hell. Only 5? That's a surprise. Now let's make that a lot more with good old Wingmaker. And with a quick Branded Warrior. Well, actually, Molten Imp first, maybe? No, a good old Branded Warrior is far better. And then a Molten Imp at the front. And as you can see, now they've taken a lot. And by they, I mean Seraph, of course. Why do I mean Seraph when I say they? Because they are the Seraph, and I don't know what they are. They're an angel thingy that tried to kill all the demons, but failed. And where they failed, I succeeded. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed killing the Seraph like that. Highest melee weakness and the largest deck size ever. On victory. Yeah, let's go. No. Oh. I hope all of you had an enjoyable time today. Because for me, today was very enjoyable. And I would also like to announce that something special is happening on Saturday. I shouldn't say much, but it's going to be a very special stream in which there will be an interrogation of several certain suspects in a murder of some sort. Well, actually, it's a murder of some sort, but it's like a fake, well, not fake, but it's an interrogation for a murder of something. So, I hope you all come along and enjoy that, which will be at 12 p.m. AEST or 10 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. Yeah, basically it's at all of those times. So I hope you all come along and enjoy it. I am going to be doing something very special with that stream. Now, with that, I'll see you all next time on Saturday. I am going to rest my voice because I am going to need my voice rested for this new stream. And it will be very good. Bye-bye. See you all, stormies, on the other side of the storm.